massacre. Now, if they revamp it, what is wrong with it? You want the whole thing that is dilapidating and going to maybe one day fall apart. The government of revamp it, making it a site of a tourist attraction. What is wrong with that? Well, they have something to do about it. They think that is not the right way at all. North Korea appears to restart nuclear reactor. Now we are finished with Afghanistan. What next? North Korea is now trying to rear its ugly head once again. It is Radio UK. Victims of this God. Now, South Africa detects new coronavirus variant. I didn't have that one. Now, cases recorded in all the provinces in the country and in 7 other states around the world. Okay, the student amassing degrees to stay in Europe. Morope Osunkoya ruled on her third graduate degree because she says there are no jobs at home. So to do more degrees, more courses, and get more degrees. Maybe one day, who knows? Something good will happen. Okay, so it is the Radio UK. In Nigeria, some of the story that is making the rounds, let me bring it to you. We have Mr. Olayomi in a moment. Again, in Nigeria, Attorney General allowing lawless Department of State Service rules against the people in court. But are they going to budge? That's the problem. Now, 60 days after illegal detention, incarceration, DSS releases 8 Igboho's associates. What about the other 4? Now, strike as you accuse the federal government of deceit as ministers explain payment delay. Have they got any delays in their own salary that comes to them? That is, that one, they make sure that is coming. All others can be secondary. Now, Boko Haram, why Nigeria can't end up like Afghanistan, U.S. envoy says. The United States has shown Nigeria that a repeat of what happened in Afghanistan would happen in the West Africa country. What intelligence do they have in saying that? Let me say good morning to you. Thank you very much for joining us. Matthew Oyedeji once again said, ISWAP militants attack military units in Ram. Okay, an Islamic state of West African province, ISWAP terrorists have attacked military units in Ram, the administrative headquarters of Calabarge, local government area of Borno State. There are some of the stories making the rounds. I'm looking at them in a moment in details. But wherever you are, stay tuned. Don't you go away. Well, Archie is confessing indictment on Buhari's government. What does it say? We'll be bringing you more on those stories in a moment. Now, when it comes to Ghana, what's happening there as well? Even if I'm given 1,000 cows, I would contest in 2024. Why? That's what Kennedy Ejapon is saying. Wow, has he had it all? Has he got everything that you need to get out of that? It is the Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Youth attacks won't stop Mahama from exposing the theory in government. The NDC is saying the Position National Democratic Congress says no amount of attacks from the ruling MPP will deter former President John Mahama from exposing what the party describes as thievery in the Kufuor's government, according to some information that is coming through. We'll be looking at all the stories in a moment. But now, enjoy the song while we look for Olayomi Koiki to join in. Crazy love. Hey, everybody, let me see it. Jesus, you're the lover of my soul. We are ready to be journey. Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7. Yes, we are everybody let your voice. Okay, so crazy love once again. From my cassette bring home. The crazy love that we have for you that makes us give you that power, that level to wake up every morning and be here making sure that we've got all the information that we want to share with you. Jesus. And before I have Mr. Olayomi Koiki Kojo, this afternoon exactly at 1:30, we'll be having BB Clement of BB Business. And as I announced earlier on, she'll be having Rabbi Daniel Lapin as her guest. Guess what they're talking about? Faith and finance. Some people think that because of faith you shouldn't be rich. Well, you want to know more about that. We should have her on at 12 o'clock when she'll come and give you a sneak view of what she's going to be discussing this afternoon. But wherever you are, hold on to your horses. Get yourself a hot or cold drink, whichever is appropriate. And let us welcome the one and only Mr. Olayomi Koiki this morning. Yomi, good morning to you.
Well, it is a very good morning. It is the end of the month, the 31st of August 2021. I welcome you all as you're sitting down, ready to go through the daily news coming out of Nigeria. So many of them. It is Starr Radio UK. It is your finest African Caribbean radio station in London. And it's good to be back after the short break of the bank holiday yesterday.
Yes, how was your weekend and how are you and the family as well?
Well, the weekend, as you can tell, is always a very busy one. Especially there was the home game between Tottenham and Watford, and eventually Watford lost to Tottenham. I was there on the ground. Just giving a back view to so many Nigerians how a 62,000 stadium is making about £7 million on the ticket on every match, apart from other broadcasting unit that connect to those games, and likewise the environment and how businesses thrive. Tottenham Football Ground has been in existence, established in 1882. That means if only Nigeria was working, maybe the Yoruba that we are asking for, I'm sure things would have turned around. So that was where I was on Sunday for the game, but on Saturday, as usual, it is Central London. Again, I saw the Afghan protesting of the situation happening in back in their country. I was also able to see the Iranian had a massive exhibition, and that exhibition takes us back to 1988 when over 30,000 Iranians were killed on a crime against humanity. These were 1988 execution of Iranian political prisoners. There were displays of those that were killed on that ground as well. Likewise, on that same day, we had the Biafra and the Yoruba also protesting against the injustice and the amalgamation. So, to be honest with you, it has never been as busy as Saturday. The Extinction Rebellion was also all over the place. So, the weekend was a very, very busy one for me.
Well, it's a busy one, but we still find time to gather all the information that we need to gather and come and present it this morning. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing in the next moment. But let me say, Olayomi Taiwo, good morning to you. Not necessarily, not both in 2023, it might be continued. Public commentator is saying that I can't agree with him more than that, because if you come out and the bandits are
that the 1999 constitution that is already in dispute would not allow another election to hold in Nigeria. The politician might disagree with us, but I say no 2023 election, and that is just my view, not a view of Starr Radio UK. So we are literally, if people go to my website as an example, I put it there that we want a Yoruba nation, no election in Nigeria come 2023, and we have about 528 days, 13 hours, 49 minutes, and as you can tell, the seconds goes down, and we are just about 12 seconds. So 528 days will determine the stage whether the Northerners will be voting if the Boko Haram continue, or the Southeast will vote if that continue as well. A lot of people might argue that what about the governorship election that is coming up in Anambra as an example, and we know that there's two governors. As I can tell you, few people, about 1 million or 2 million of them, have registered for their PVC. But what I was told is people need that PVC so that you are able to register to your banking and all that. And we've got to also remember we have some pastor, like Pastor Tunde Bakari, that says they will continue to fight for the progress of Nigeria. I'm not sure a lot of people will love that. But again, this is how good the freedom of speech. People believe that it is not time for moving Nigeria forward. It is time to disintegrate Nigeria so that people can have a better life.
Well, some people think there should be disintegration. Some people think the unity should continue. But what do you think is what we are looking at this morning? I have Mr. Olayomi Koiki, who is bringing you updates from Nigeria here in our North London studios. We'll be joined later on during the course of the program by Mr. Frank Davis, who is also in the studio as well. But now, let's go to some of the stories that is happening. First of all, the DSS, they met another Watson. What exactly took place for them to release 8 of Igboho's 8?
Jubilation to so many Yorubas around the globe yesterday after looking at the pictures of our comrade, as we might want to call them, that were taken away, whisked away in the middle of the night. And I can tell you, the images of seeing them back is so exciting after 60 days spent within the DSS custody. There were 12 of them and 2 people were killed. The bodies have not been returned, and animals were also killed. The body of those animals have not been returned, because if we talk about the animals in UK, you can't just kill a cat or a dog. You will be prosecuted for that. As I was also following the situation in Afghanistan, I saw at Tovi that there was a pressure from the UK government to allow animals that were being taken care of in Afghanistan to be returned back to UK, and I can say that they've already returned them back. So that means we have the Nigerian government that went into the home of Chief Sunday Adeyemo, popularly known as Igboho, on the 1st of July 2021, and there was quite a lot of massacre that took place. Not just people were killed, the whole building were damaged, and so many things were also put into were destructive. But one thing before we go into the DSS case was there's a case that is currently ongoing in Oyo State in Ibadan. And that court case is Chief Sunday Igboho has sued the federal government up to the tune of 500 billion naira for damages to his property and vehicles, and also invasion of his house without a proper legal warrant. I mean, that is something that you would expect in a very sane society. But as you can tell, Nigeria, as it is, constitution are not respected either by the DSS, by the federal government. But that case went ahead from the 1st of August. There was a lot of adjournment, but at that court beginning, the judge did request that his bank account should be allowed to operate back, and he must not be somebody of interest. So yesterday we had the case resumed back in Ibadan, just about 8 o'clock, and just about less than an hour to 2 hours, there was another adjournment. Let's go a little bit into the details. Nigeria Attorney General Malami and the Lawless Department of State Service lost again at the court. The court also restrained the government, which is the federal government of Nigeria, from freezing the bank account of Chief Sunday Adeyemo Igboho. The Nigerian government, the Attorney General of Federation, at the last hearing, did also say, I'm not a Fulani man, and he was not also aware of the situation that took place at the resident home of Chief Sunday Igboho. Malami and the Department of the SSS on Monday lost this application seeking vacation of order by the Oyo State High Court, restraining the government from arresting, intimidating, harassing the Yoruba Nation agitator Chief Sunday Adeyemo, popularly known as Sunday Igboho. So this was what happened at the court, but it is not yet over, because we'll be going back again on the 7th of September. This is still Star Radio UK. It is your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London, and I'll come slightly back again to you in the studio.
Now, interestingly, as you are saying, it's not yet over. As whether the DSS or the government will adhere to whatever ruling by the court is a different thing. I mean, we know the rule. They said release somebody on bail. The person is released, they are standing at the entrance waiting for this. Maybe the person waved at someone. They said, now let's arrest the person again and just throw the person. So, I mean, fine. I mean, on paper, we know that it's a good victory that has been charged, but as whether it's going to be realized is another thing. What do you think?
Well, I mean, yes, you're quite right. And it's not just this government. I mean, it goes back to the military dictator up to when we were going into the civilian, democracy in 1999. Even when the previous past, president have been there, we've seen, the lawlessness of the constitution that is also been in dispute, have not been respected, even as much as, the constitution is flawed because it's a military decree that was brought on us by the former,